And now to a story you'll see only here on Eyewitness News. And Animal Rescue told us that dogs at the McFarland Animal Shelter were being needlessly abused and killed.
After months of investigation, we were not able to prove those claims, but Jeff Platt did find several red flags.
Hundreds of dogs have come through the McFarland Animal Shelter. 481 in the last 2.5 years. I looked at the intake forms and kennel cards for every single one of them, and some things just didn't add up. Some kennel cards are missing information, other cards are entirely blank, and none of them specify what day the dog was brought to the shelter. The bad bookkeeping extends to this portion of the kennel card, declaring if the dog was posted on the shelter Facebook page. So I cross-checked each and every dog using their animal ID number. Here's what I found. Of the 336 dogs that should have been on Facebook, I could only find 57 of them. So I went to the animal shelter to ask the head animal control officer, Oscar Maya, why the paperwork doesn't line up.
Once I post up a picture, they're up there for 72 hours or more, depending how long it takes to get them out. And then once I get a rescue saying yes, I bring the picture down.
Maya says this is to avoid confusion, but it only makes things more murky. All 57 dogs I found on Facebook were already rescued.
I just guess never got around to removing those pictures down.
And the confusion continues from there. What about the other dogs? The ones with kennel cards showing they were never posted on Facebook.
Most of the dogs that we put up on social media is because they're strays. We don't know who the owner are, so there's no way of letting the owner know we don't have them.
The problem with Maya's answer is we found 85 cases of stray dogs brought to the shelter that were never put on the Facebook page. The final red flag we found is in this entire stack of kennel cards from the last 2.5 years, only these 3 say the dog was euthanized. However, according to budget reports for the shelter, it says they've spent $5,800 on animal disposal in that same time frame. So how many dogs are they really putting down?
Right now, in the last, I would say, quarter, I think I've only euthanized, I would say, 2 dogs so far.
So roughly 2 dogs every 3 months, maybe 2 or 3 dogs every 3 months or so?
Roughly, if you want to put it, yeah, roughly.
Why are only 3 kennel cards in 2.5 years saying euthanasia?
Euthanasia. That would be because some of them, like those were probably requested public records, so I just went ahead and put that information on the kennel cards, but since I keep track of it through the other one, I keep it simple that way.
So what is going on at this shelter? Why are there so many inconsistencies in their bookkeeping? I asked Maria Lara, McFarland's Community Development Director, who oversees the shelter.
We are limited. Our resources are very limited. I wish we had, 2 full-time ACOs, but we don't have a budget for that.
Simply put, the shelter has 1 full-time employee, no central office, no volunteers, and things have slipped through the cracks. That's why Laura believes the new shelter facility we're standing in will help turn things around.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to help them, and it's even going to help me to be able to supervise them better, because we're not only getting a computer, but we're also getting cameras in this facility.
Maya also believes the new shelter will help make his process more transparent. But until the new shelter opens, Maya swears the dogs are cared for, despite the paperwork gaffes.
Jeff Platt reporting there. Remember, if you have a story for one of our investigators, just call our tip hotline at 869-2929.